Hey everybody, welcome to the 13th edition of Deck Profile Fridays, and I'm actually extremely excited about this one, and that's because I'm going to be showing one of my all-time favorite decks from the first ever Rocket On format. So that was featuring the Team Rocket set, through the Gym Series, Gym Heroes, and Gym Challenge to Neo Genesis. And then later on that got extended to Neo Discovery, Neo Revelation, and possibly Neo Destiny with the Legendary Collection. So this is a earlier version, and this is one that was played at the first few Super Trainer Showdowns back in, I think it was like 2001. And yeah, pretty excited about this. I'm excited enough too that I had to bring out the Dragon Ball Z playmat here with the squad, the Frieza squad. So, and obviously Frieza himself right there in the middle. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the deck profile. So we have, to start, 4 Blaine's RK9 and 4 Blaine's Growlithe. So this here is like the main attacker of the deck. This is like one of the key cards here. Simply amazing. Probably the best card, if not the second best card out of Gym Challenge, my opinion. For the holo rares. So Blaine's Growlithe there, 60 HP, weak to water, retreat cost of 1, resistance to none. Pretty standard. 2 attacks, Stoke. Search your deck for a fire energy card and attach it to Blaine's Growlithe. Shuffle your deck after. So this is fantastic, a great self-starter. So to speak. Its second attack there, Body Slam for a fire and 2 colorless. Flip a coin if heads. The defending Pokemon's now paralyzed, and it does 20 damage. So not really too great of an attack, but Stoke is an attack that you're going to be using pretty often. And then we go to Blaine's RK9 there. One of my absolute favorite Pokemon. 90 HP, weak to water, retreat cost of 3, which is, about average, considering at the time there was only one other RK9 card to go off of. 2 attacks, both get used. Heat Tackle for a fire and 2 colorless. It does 40 damage, and then you do 10 to yourself. So this is a great attack to trigger your own gold berries. If you play them. My list does not play them, but if yours does, this is a great attack for it, and it's also good for knocking out baby Pokemon. And then the main attack of the deck, Firestorm for 4 fires. Discard 3 energy attached to Blaine's RK9 to use this, and it does 120 damage. So this is absolutely amazing because you're going to be able to knock out the most dominant Pokemon in the format at the time, which was Neo Genesis Riptide Feraligatr. Absolutely amazing card. So, yeah, you're definitely going to want to do that and just fry them, right? Awesome. So that does it for that. So now we're on to the support Pokemon, right, which is the other main card of the deck. We got 4 Typhlosion here, 4 Quilava, and then 4 Cyndaquil, right? Pretty standard here, like that. So Cyndaquil will start off 50 HP, weak to water, retreat cost of 1, resistance to none. Pretty standard. Its first attack, Fireworks, flip coin of tails, discard an energy attached to it for 20. So not too bad. It's good for knocking out things like Erica's Bellsprouts, which I think they may have 40 HP, but I can't remember. They might have 50. So In that case, it's going to be a little bit, you're obviously going to be 10 damage off, right? And then it's got second attack there, quick attack. Flip coin of heads, this attack does 10 damage plus 20 more damage. If tails, this only does 10 for 2 colorless. So, once again, not too bad. Then we got Quilava here. So Quilava's got 70 HP, weak to water, retreat cost of 1, resistance to none. 2 attacks, smoke screen, 20 damage. If the defending Pokemon tries to attack, if this Pokemon tries to attack during your opponent's next turn, if the defending Pokemon, yes. So your opponent's Pokemon, if they try to attack during their next turn, flip coin of tails, that attack does nothing. For 2 fire, it does 20. And then Char. So Char there, it says, as the defending Pokemon doesn't have a Char counter on it, flip coin of heads, put a Char counter on it. And then a Char counter requires your opponent to flip a coin after every turn. If tails, put 2 damage counters on the Pokemon that the Char counter is on. So it's pretty much a burn counter, right? And it does 30 damage, so not too bad. And then we're on to the main card of the deck. One of the main cards is Typhlosion here. So we got 100 HP, retreat cost of 2, resistance of none, and weakness to water, which is standard for Typhlosion. It's Poke Power, which is absolutely amazing, right? And it's probably the biggest part of the deck. It's because it allows you to use Blaine's RK9's Firestorm attack multiple turns in a row, right? Should you get successful with this, you flip a coin of heads, attach a fire energy card from your discard pile to one of your fire Pokemon. So really awesome. You definitely want to be getting out multiple of these in a game. I'd like to get 3 per game, right? 3 standard if you can, right? You could do 4 as well. You want to run like 3 Typhlosion, a Cleffa, or another baby, and then 2 Blaine's RK9, or just go straight 4 Typhlosion, 2 Blaine's RK9, right? In play. And then it's attack there, Flame Burst, for 4 fire, flip coin of heads, this attack does 60 damage plus 20 more. If tails, it only does 60, so not too bad. And yeah, definitely a key card of the deck. So that's it for this. And then we just play a few more Pokemon. Right, we play 3 Cleffa and a single Elekid. Right, so Cleffa, amazing. Shuffle your hand into your deck, draw 7 cards. Right, you're going to be doing that a lot, and it's good to just kind of camp on, so you can build up your board, right, and let your Cleffa just absorb attacks from your opponent due to the baby rule. And then, yeah, retreat cost, weakness, and resistance are 0. And typically, standard for babies is 30 HP. So, Elekid as well. Same HP, weakness, retreat cost, and resistance. But then it's Pokemon Power, Playful Punch. So this here actually does get used, right? And the reason why is because you're not always going to be attacking with Blaine's RK9 or even Typhlosion, right? And just because of the energy costs, right? So this is a good time, this is a good card, pardon me, to use if you have like a really solid hand and you're just slowly building up your board, right? You're able to get that damage into play. And then that way as well, like if you get a couple of these, you can potentially not have to use Firestorm to get a big knockout, right? You can just use RK9's Heat Tackle, right? Yeah, so flip a coin of heads, it does 20 damage to your opponent's active. So pretty cool. And that's it for the Pokemon. So now we are on to the trainer cards. So we'll do the 4-ofs first. We got 4 Misty's Wrath, 4 Professor Elm, and 3 Focus Band. So these are the main cards of the deck. Misty Wrath is absolutely amazing because it allows you to put fires in the discard as well as build up your board, right? Pretty awesome. Professor Elm is like the standard draw support, not draw support or draw card of the deck, right? Shuffle your hand into your deck, draw 7, and then you can't play any more trainer cards. So that's a 4 of in pretty much every single deck that's being played at the time, right? The other really cool thing too is that these are the best promos. So these here were kind of given out to people who played in the last few tournaments during the Wizards of the Coast era, right? I believe it was like in the E series when they were given out. So that's what I believe makes them legal for Neo on. And then 3 Focus Band there. So a couple things with Focus Band is that it prevents your opponent from getting a KO on your RK9 at the cost of a coin flip, especially with Feraligatr in play, right? Whereas Goldberry doesn't, right? Goldberry is really good for decks that just chip away damage, but as Feraligatr is the most dominant deck at the time, right, which one-hit KOs pretty much every Pokemon in this deck, right, you're way better off playing Focus Band. And that's why I play it, right? But if you want to play Goldberry, obviously be my guest. Obviously look at the meta and what's being played. If there's a lot of Steelix, Zapdos, or Sneasel variants, right? You can play it because they probably won't get a one-hit KO on Blaine's RK9. So in that case, Goldberry would be a better choice. Now that does it for these 3, right? And then there's some more, right? Just kind of doing the higher copies first. We got 2 Cinnabar City Gym, 2 Master Ball, 2 Nightly Garbage Run, 2 Rocket Sneak Attack, and a Blaine. Right, so Cinnabar City Gym. Ignore weakness when a water Pokemon does damage to a Pokemon with Blaine in its name. So this pretty much prevents your opponent's Feraligatr from one-hit KOing your Arcanine. Pretty cool. Master Ball. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose a basic Pokemon or evolution card from them. Show it to your opponent, put it in your hand. So this here is actually really good. I'm debating on actually adding more to this just so I can get my Pokemon out faster. I think it's amazing and super consistent. Nightly Garbage Run. So this is a great card as well for cards like a counter card to Misty's Wrath, because you can discard stuff that you actually may need. Right? If you discard like 3 Blaine's Arcanine off of Misty's Wrath, right? First, I guess would probably ask, why you did that, and then secondly, if you absolutely had to, right? This is a good way to put him back in the deck. Rocket Sneak Attack here is a disruptive trainer card. I might put more in. I think this is not so good for a deck like this. I think it'd be better for a more disruptive deck, but I feel like it's important enough to play a couple copies of it as it can give you the advantage. And then Blaine. So instead of attaching your free energy card, you can attach 2 fire energy cards to one of your Pokemon with Blaine in its name. So this here allows a double attachment for your turn, which is really cool. You don't really get this off often from my experience. Like I haven't gotten it off often, but at the times that you do, I think it's actually pretty valuable. And you just play a single copy of it, so it's worth the space. Cool. So that does it for the trainer cards. So lastly, we will get into the energy cards. There isn't really a whole lot. Oh, and actually we got one double gust as well. Pardon me. So with this here, I don't play more than one, just because of the high retreat cost of everything in your opponent's deck, right? Or pardon me, in your deck, right? With RK9 being at 3 and Typhlosion being at 2, right? It's totally easy. It makes it totally easy for your opponent to take advantage of that. And unless you're able to, like, have them all, like, everything on your bench with energies on it, which is highly unlikely, this card's not really that great. So, I play one just as a neat little tech. I may swap it out for something like a Master Ball later, but we will see. Okay, so now we're officially on to the energy. So for the energy, we got 15 fire, right? Quarter of the deck, and pretty much allows us to attack with everything in here. So, yeah, I also want to maximize, getting the fire energy into the discard. So that's why I don't play any special. Like I've seen some play heal energy and, pardon me, not heal energy, potion energy, and it's full heal energy, right? I'd rather just play the fire, just be more consistent and streamlined. So awesome. So that's it for the deck. The matchups that you had at that time were for the tournament that this list was based around. You had like I'd say maybe 4 or 5 decks that were being played. You had Feraligatr, obviously, which was number 1. You had Neo Revelation Crobat, which wasn't actually too bad. It was pretty much Feraligator's best counter just because of the weakness. But even then, Feraligator still, still had a 50-50 matchup against it. You had Blaine's RK9, Typhlosion. You had Steelix variants, right? And then Slowking variants, right? And there wasn't a whole lot of them. In terms of matchups, this year, obviously, loses to Feraligatr. It should, but you can win it, right? It all depends, like I said, on setup, on draw, right? And your ability to get KOs after they KO you, right? Crobat, you pretty much one-shot them, whereas they two-shot you, right? Sure, they can disrupt you, right? But just having that, I would say that the advantage is more in your favor. Steelix, obviously, you got weakness on your side, right? So even with the metals, they can't stop a Firestorm doing 120 times 240 for weakness, right? They can't do that, even with metals on. Slowking variants, it can be a problem, but I think if you just eke long enough, you can just keep building up your board. And then with the high HP that you have, it's very unlikely that they'll be able to one-hit KO you. So same kind of match with the Crobat, I think. And that does it for that. So hope everybody enjoyed Blaine's RK9 here and me going over this. Absolutely fantastic deck. I love fire Pokemon, so I love RK9 as well. A super cool card and cool Pokemon. And there you go. So stay tuned to next Monday's opening. Hopefully we'll have some more brilliant stars. Next Wednesdays, some more live games. Right, and then next Friday's another deck profile. So pretty awesome. And thank you so much for watching, everybody, and take care.